Hey friends, today I'm going to share with you how you can absolutely transform your backyard space this weekend, no money needed. So if you're like me and you could use a little refresh to enjoy your space, but you ain't got a big old budget to spend on it, I'm gonna share with you exactly how our family does it. Let's go. Home and welcome to our channel. I love sharing all the homey things with you guys. So from homemaking to homeschooling, home discipleship to homesteading, all to the glory of God with an eternal, heavenly minded perspective. So we love sharing with you guys each and every day. It's so awesome to get to hang out with you, and I thought today would be a great time to share with you exactly what we're doing in our outdoor space. We've been talking a lot about ADHD this week, and we have an ADHD prominent family. Mom, kids, it's kind of scattered all through us. And so one area that we really struggle in would be our outdoor space. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, it's usually a hot mess, okay? I've got really distracted kids. Keeping up on their things is really difficult. Also why I love minimalism and simple living, because then it's less to have to be worried about. But our outdoor space quite often gets very neglected. We've been busy building up our homestead. We've brought sheep in, we're training Great Pyrenees, we have all of our chickens and the turkey and all of these other things that we're doing. And so the kind of like pretty outdoor space quite often gets neglected, but it's something that our family really enjoys. I think it is so important for all of us, especially those of us with ADHD, especially for children, to be outdoors as often as possible. Soak in the sun, smell the fresh air, be surrounded by God's creation. And I'll be honest in saying that when our outdoor space gets really messy and really nasty, it kind of just gets neglected. It is summertime, it is, we're here in North Carolina, so the Southeast, it is hot, it is muggy, and it is thunderstorm central. Also, our power washer broke, and we didn't realize how much we rely on that handy dandy tool until it broke. And so we noticed that out here was just really getting gross. So we weren't coming out here, we weren't enjoying. And so I'm gonna share with you guys the top 5 tips while I show you quite literally how our family put them into practice to transform our space into something that is enjoyable. We can come out and we can really enjoy. Now, you can do this weekend. You don't have to have any money to do it because we can work with what we have, and I'm going to share some tips and tricks along the way, but I will share some of the tools and resources that we had on hand and had brought into us so that way we could do it. I'm a firm believer in using what you have and investing in tools that serve your family well. So I will share some things that were a huge help to us that maybe can be a help to you, but really it's all about contentment in life. It's about seeing what we have is lovely and beautiful and a blessing from the Lord. And that's what I really hope this video can encourage you to get out there. Maybe today you want to get started, this weekend you want it to be your family projects. That way you guys can really enjoy some family time together outdoors, soaking up God's creation and really just enjoying the beauty that the Lord has put into each and every one of our lives. So let me share with you exactly how to get this done in 5 simple steps.
All right, friends, full disclosure, this is the before. See what I mean? Hot mess. There is stuff everywhere, things that have been left out, not put away, need to get to at some point. The ground is disgusting. My plants are kind of all over the place and needing some love and attention. It is a hot mess and most definitely not a space to come out and enjoy. This is embarrassing. But step 1 here, clear the clutter. You cannot make a lovely space when it is full of all the junk, all the stuff. And so go ahead and take some time to just clear out the stuff. I grabbed a large trash bag and just started tossing stuff. I made a pile for the things that need to go down to the basement and get put away. Trash got put away in the bag. I even had kids helping. We got plants out of the way, and now it's time for step 2, clean it up. As soon as the stuff is out of there, it's time to get cleaning, and these These are my favorite tools. I cannot live without a power washer. I'm telling you guys, they are the best. I actually had to replace ours. It broke about a month ago and we did not realize how much we missed it. And so we finally did go ahead and purchase a new one. I will link this one down below because I'm really enjoying it and it was a great deal. So we got this pressure washer. I was able to get the cement completely cleared out. Look how disgusting that is. It's amazing how much grime builds up, especially over here where it's really shaded and with all of these summer thunderstorms. Now, if you don't have a pressure washer, that's okay. Do your cleaning to the best of your ability with whatever you have. Maybe it's a broom, maybe it's a leaf blower, maybe it's just the hose, whatever it is, a good clean makes a big difference. But a pressure washer really makes a big difference. So finally, thanks to my handy dandy pressure washer, it made such a difference. I then went ahead and took this and started cleaning some other things, like this old rug that we had. Now again, if you don't have a pressure washer, that's okay, but do this cleaning step with whatever you have. Clear the junk out of the space, grab whatever tools you have easily accessible, and give it a good clean. You don't have to remodel everything and replace everything to enjoy it. Step 3 is landscape. While we're outside, let's spruce up the area we have around us. Our yard's getting a little overgrown. Poor Nomeo can hardly be seen. Luckily, Swipesmith Dethatcher was our go-to. They had sent us this and I've been dying to get to use it. I read that using a dethatcher on your lawn is a great way to try to get rid of fleas and things like that we always seem to be accumulating since our yard is so shady with the forest around it. And so using this dethatcher was super, super simple. I just went ahead, plugged it in, ran it through the lawn, and ta-da, it had everything looking so much better. I'm very excited to be using this around the property. It was a very handy tool. Then I was able to go into our center bed here where things had just gotten so overgrown, so much has built up there, and I was able to take the dethatcher and very quickly get all of that pulled out of there. It's amazing what just that little bit of work can make a big difference. My husband had bought me a couple clearance plants a while back and I've been waiting to get them in the ground. So this little time here to prep up our yard space was perfect to have some kiddos come and help me, and we got these clearance plants, which are my favorite. I love a good clearance plant. We're able to finally get these guys in the ground. It was so sweet that my husband treated me to these, and so going around and either, if you have some clearance plants, you have some seeds you want to get in the ground, maybe just some clippings of things from around the yard that you might already have. It's always nice to spend a little bit of attention here, mowing the grass, putting a mint plant in the pot, moving some stuff around, cleaning up some leaves, spend a little time with the landscaping, just getting the space nice and tidy and ready to be enjoyed. Now you can see here that I had made a big pile of stuff that needed to go down. We're still a work in progress, but already it's coming quite far. I had bought this hardwood mulch. It was on clearance at Walmart like a month ago, and I had bought a few bags of it for $1 a bag. And so I hadn't gotten to it yet because we hadn't cleaned anything up. So it was perfect to go ahead and kind of sprinkle this out. I didn't really have enough to completely do up the space, but done is better than perfect. And this is definitely looking much better than it was before. I had this beautiful clearance plant that I also picked up and threw that up on the tree just because it was so beautiful. And that moves us on to step 4, repurpose what you have. I went ahead and cleaned off this dining room table. It's an old dining room table that was left here that we love to use outside. I pulled in that rug that I had cleaned really well with this old chair that was my mother-in-law she had given to us, cleaned off this old kind of rinky-dink side table that we had, and then I use the plants that I already have to kind of set up our space, make it nice. We don't have to go and buy all new furniture and have all the perfect things to create a cozy space to enjoy. My plants enjoyed getting some fresh water. I like to turn them so that way they can get sunlight on all sides and kind of just set them up in a new way that worked out well. I moved some potted geraniums over into the center area here as I don't want to put them in the ground so that way they can can come in come winter time, but even taking some potted plants and putting them over in our areas here made the garden space just feel a little bit fuller, a little bit fresher. So putting a few clearance plants in, moving some potted geraniums over, a little bit of clearanced mulch really made a big difference. Just that little bit of time with the kids all out helping me, they really enjoyed it. It really is making such a difference. Using what we have, kind of shopping your house. Are there things that could use a good clean and a good scrub? And then they're kind of like having a new rug, having a new space. Are there plants that you can move around, and maybe even an old TV tray found in the basement that can now be a fancy plant to stand? Whatever it is, it's amazing to use what we have. I found this not very pretty, but I found this tablecloth that we had bought for our son's graduation party, and there we go, put it on the table. Now let's get outside and enjoy. This is the fifth and final step, friends, and it's what all of the hard work led up to. We have cleared the clutter, we've cleaned the space, we've attacked the landscape, and now we can get out and enjoy the space. It's not perfect, it's not, maybe some super dramatic overhaul, but it's working with what we have and making a space that is cozy, that is beautiful, that our family can come and enjoy. And I think that is what is so important. It doesn't have to take a bunch of money. It doesn't even have to take a ton of time. We came out and spent, a few hours one day and then kind of wrapped it up the next day. And now we have this great space that we can sit back and relax and enjoy. I've got my cheap little wind chime from Temu that I love sitting out here in my beautiful chair and just listening to the wind chimes and looking at the flowers and really just enjoying a space. Having the kids that the more I'm outside, they want to come outside. We do our reading outside. We eat outside. We start to enjoy all these different little wonderful times, and being out around nature is just so soothing. Regardless of what the space is, we can make it lovely and we can enjoy it because God's given it to us and we can enjoy. I went ahead and picked some flowers from our kind of failed attempt at a flower farm, but I still had a few beautiful blooms that came up. And so how better to prepare our space here than to put together a floral arrangement to put on our table. So once we had the space all nice and clean, we could sit down and have a wonderful dinner together. So I loved pulling together some fresh blooms in our nice clean space. Everything's tidy. There's no clutter. The lawn looks good. The flowers are blooming. And now we're ready for a wonderful weekend, a restful weekend, and a lovely weekend because our space is finally looking so much better. And with a little bit of hard work, a little bit of elbow grease, we can now have a really lovely space.
So friends, that was our transformation that we are now ready to enjoy this weekend. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be your ideal. This is not my look. These are not my colors. But what it is, it's the things that we did have. It's the things that were available to us, affordable for us, or given to us that we can still enjoy and find absolute contentment in, even if it's not perfect. Even if it's not the exact thing that my Pinterest board might have on it, doesn't mean that it isn't a blessing and it can't be enjoyed by me and those I love the most. So hopefully this can encourage you to get up, get out there, tackle these simple steps, and enjoy your outdoor space as a family this weekend. If you guys want to hang out with us for a little bit longer and watch some more content that I think you're going to love, I'll go ahead and link a video for you. Bye, friends!